Hello everyone. In this short video, I'm going to be talking about a website called Newsela. Newsela is an awesome site that I hope to implement into the classroom really soon. I want to give you a tutorial or a lesson on how to use the site and how it can improve learning overall. So, if you go to my teacher website, I have a page called Parent and Student Resources. If you click on that, I have a little area for Newsela right here. And I'll have many more websites uploaded on this page real soon for you to look at. So before we go into the website itself, I just want to describe the links I have here. So right here for Newsela, this is a link that leads to the home page itself of the website. We also have a link right here for a description of the website and resources. I'll click on that right now. This is a Google Doc that just gives more information about the website, and I also have linked right here some resources in case you want to learn more about the website, and also if you need any help with either getting started or writing about the articles that you're about to read. So this is all optional, and this is just in case you need any more help with the website itself. So I'll close out of this. So for lesson right here, this is I'm doing the lesson right now, so I do not currently have a link during the recording of this lesson. And we also have a quiz right here, which I'll describe at the end of this lesson. So let's click on the Newsela link, and it takes us to the home page right here. So for those of you who haven't heard of this site, this is an awesome site that offers free articles to read from grades 2nd grade to 12th grade of nonfiction articles. Now for those of you that do not know what nonfiction means that what you're reading is based on real life events. Some of these articles are about history, so they go back 100 or 200 years ago, while others are current events. So they talk about things that are happening in the world that you possibly would see on TV, on a news channel, or in the newspaper. So it really acts as a news site as well, hence the name Newsela. As you can see, some of the articles right here are some that have just been posted either today or in the past couple of days, and that's what makes this site so incredible. There's actually there's a lot of things that make this site really awesome. But one of them is that there are articles posted every single day. So if you check in, perhaps every weekend to look at this site, you'll find at least 15 to 20 articles to look at on all sorts of topics. If you look at right here, there's all sorts of topics from money, science, sports. There's opinion pieces. So it really acts as a blogging site, a history site, a news site, all into one giant, pretty much database of articles, which is really awesome. So I have a little warm up for us to do before I talk about how to use the site. And this site is really going to be helpful for discovering what the main ideas are in what someone writes. This is something that we're focusing on right now in English. And this site I want to use to kind of help everyone learn those ideas. So for this warm-up, all I want you to do is read this article. It's titled "What Are Clouds?" And hopefully you have the website. All I have to do is open a tab, type in Newsela on Google, and then if you have a hard time finding the article, just type in clouds on the search bar, and it should come up right away. So once you found this page, all I want you to do is read this article. Don't look at any of the features. Just read it and learn as much as you can. And then what I want you to do is think about two main ideas about this article. So pretty much 2 sentences that summarize the entire article. You'll learn about what I did here and here just in a moment. So pause this video and read the article and then think about those 2 main ideas. Once you're done with that, click play on this video, and then we'll continue the lesson. Okay? So do that right now. Okay, so I hope you've read the article. Thank you very much for doing that. So there are many different answers that you could have come up with for what are the 2 main ideas of this article. One of them could have been clouds come in many different shapes and sizes and are formed in many different ways and affect the Earth's climate. That would have been a good way to put it. Or you could have said clouds affect the weather on Earth because of their many different shapes and sizes. That could also work. So there's many different answers you could have thought up for that question that I asked earlier. So now I'm going to talk about the different features of this website, and you'll find a sidebar like this on every single article. So as you can see, we're at grade 5 right now, which is perfect for everyone here. And obviously it's a science topic, and you guys are actually learning. Most of you should have learned this already in our science class. So a lot of it should have been recent and relevant information for you. So right now we're at 800L. So what happens when I click on 480L or 480L? The grade level changes, and the word count also decreases. And look at the article itself. It's much shorter, isn't it? Well, that's because what's great about this website is that each article you can change the reading level of the article itself. So pretty much this article for grade 2 is giving the same exact information that you just read earlier, but just with simple vocab, shorter sentences, much simpler sentence structure, and is much more suited for a younger audience. So let's go to the max. As you can see, it changes again, grade level 12, and there's a much higher word count. So this article is a bit longer than what you read earlier. I challenge everyone here to try to read as the highest level that they can read without getting lost or getting confused. To really push your literary level to new heights. That's also what this site is known for. It's been proven to increase the literacy level of students all across the board at all age groups, which is awesome. So the next thing I want to show you is how to annotate a passage in an article. So let's say I want to highlight, or I really want to get the main idea. I also want to take notes on what I'm reading. So I highlight clouds are an important part of Earth's weather and climate. So when I highlight this comes up right here. I can do pretty much all these 4 colors right here. So let's do red. So, and it says annotate, so I can write if I want to important. And as you can see, it's saved. So whenever I go back to this article, that'll be saved, which is really cool. So if I want to go back and figure out what was important about this article, I can do this. You write whatever you want in this area. I'll show you again just as a demonstration. So let's go for these clouds look kind of like giant cotton balls or other shapes in the sky. I can make this yellow, and because this isn't really important to the main idea of the article, I can write not important. That'll also be saved. So let's go back to where we were earlier for grade 5. I have some areas highlighted here as well. for you to look at. So also, if you look at the side here, you can write passages, or we don't have to worry about this right now. But in the future, what I'll do is when I assign an article, I'll have a passage on the side, and then what all of you can do is write a response to that passage and submit it, and it'll be linked to the article as well. Also, you can quiz yourself on the information in the article itself. This wasn't done by me, this is done by the website itself. So in case you want to test yourself on the information, you can do this as well. So, also you can change it to Spanish as well. And pretty much almost every single article you can do this for if you want to increase your Spanish reading skills, or if you have a hard time reading the English version of the article. So, very quickly, I want to talk about these links up here. So the library section is not so much news, but just like general information about history and arts and the same topics that are here in news, but not as much news related. So as you can see here, we have narrow your choices. You can click on any grade level you want to read at, and then pretty much narrow your choices down to what you want to read about. So as you can see here, I chose let's do Spanish. Spanish only, primary source, central idea, and for 5th grade. As you can see, there's a lot less choices. Still a lot of articles, but there's all sorts of stuff for you to look at from arts, government, history, and etc. Now, the same thing can pretty much be done with news. It's the same exact process. Like I said, this is much more recent information that's being presented in the articles. And then for text sets, these are not so much articles; they're actually a grouping of articles that they organize for you to look at. So this is Scouting in the 21st Century, and this is all articles relating to scouting and the changes in the program itself. Binder, you don't have to worry about that. That's more for me when I'm assigning articles. So let's go back to the cloud article really quick. You see how there's a heart right here? Well, I have it saved. This is what it looks like when it's unsaved. When I click on this, it automatically gets a like. So this article has gotten 2,559 likes, which is pretty incredible considering it's relatively new. So if I go to any of these, any library or news, if I go articles you liked, this is the article that I liked. So it's kind of like when you bookmark a website for your for your computer. It's the same exact process, only it's done just for this site alone. So I hope you've learned as much as you can. Those are pretty much the main features of this website. Now for a closing activity, what I want you to do is type in this on the search bar. It's also in news, so it should show up on the home page as well. Read this article at the 5th grade level, or you can challenge yourself and read at a higher grade level. And then I have a link for a Kahoot quiz to fill out that's about the article and also what I've talked about in this video. So hope you learned everything about this awesome website that we possibly could learn for right now. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you very much. Have a good day.